Hey peeps, what's up? It's your girl Queen T here, also known as the Real Tarjay. You can find me on Instagram. You can also find me on Twitter. And yeah, that's where you can find me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm feeling myself today because I got my face a little beat. It's been on for a few hours, but I was like, this would be the perfect day to do a video. If you don't know me, I'm an author, I'm a life coach, I am a motivational speaker. I am just on fire for Christ, and I'm on fire for all things about women empowerment and women doing bigger and better things, okay? So I just wanted to hop on here. Y'all know I can be kind of long winded sometimes, but I'm trying this thing where I just give it to y'all and then I just go on about my business and let y'all enjoy y'all day. So it's been a video that I've been meaning to do for a couple of weeks. I'm sorry, y'all know I've been pretty bad with my Tense Tuesdays, so I got rid of that. But I think y'all will understand where I'm coming from when I tell y'all why I've been MIA and what I'm sharing with y'all today. So basically, I wanted to come on here and tell y'all what I did to overcome my fears of dating again. There were 5 things that I had to do to mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically prepare myself to date again. So I hope y'all ready to take these notes and I can show y'all maybe what it is that you should do for yourself, or I can help you along the way so that you can start dating again. All right. So, number one, what I had to do was I had to acknowledge there was a problem. Okay, if you don't know much about me, I am the author of Three Rings and a Promise. My book has been published it'll be 2 years next month. And yes, it's what the title says, Three Rings and a Promise. I've had 3 engagement rings, 3 different fiancés, and never made it down the aisle. So I published the book because it was something that was on my heart at that moment. Now I feel so detached from the book. I hate to say it. I don't even know who that person was that I wrote about in the book. I don't even know who that person was when I published that book. I feel like I've grown a lot in the past almost 2 years, and that's a good thing. So growth is good. So number one, I had to acknowledge there was a problem, and you're probably saying, well, what is the problem? The problem wasn't necessarily that I had 3 engagement rings. No, I think that's a good thing that men found me in those moments that I was worthy of being their wife. Unfortunately, it didn't lead to down the aisle, but they had that thought and mindset that I was a wife. The problem was that I didn't believe I was a wife, right? So this is something that I've learned about myself. In those moments, I was looking for I was looking for approval from the outside. I wasn't able to give myself the approval and the belief that I believed that I was wife material. So not only did I drive my exes crazy, they drove me crazy too. Don't get me wrong. It went both ways on why it didn't work. But that insecurity that I had in me that I was looking for them to fulfill was a problem. It was a problem that even if I would have got married to one of them, it would have been a problem for years. So I had to acknowledge that this is a problem. I cannot go into dating this next person. I just published this book. This is what I was thinking. I just published this book, and I cannot go on dating again the way that I used to date. Something is wrong. The problem was that I was looking for approval and fulfillment outside of me, not realizing that the true healing and what I need was already in me. I had to believe that I was worthy of being somebody's wife. And that's another, sub bullet to one. Not only had to believe that I was worthy of being somebody's wife, I had to stop idolizing marriage. I really had to stop idolizing marriage because that was something that came up, but I'll save that for another video. The second thing that I had to do after I realized that there was a problem was I had to unplug. I'm not trying to take anybody's. I know somebody that uses Unplug who's a huge influencer, and I'm really big on following his work, and he's great. But something I had to do was I had to unplug. What does that mean? When you think of unplug, you think about unplugging the light switch, unplugging the TV. So think of it in a 2020 virtual way, right? I was following all these pages on social media. I had all these different life coaches, all these different people trying to help me, trying to figure out what it is that I needed help with and how could I get what they had, right? So that goes back to that idolizing marriage. Like, how can I get what they had? And that wasn't healthy for me, because the thing about me is I have a very unique background. My family dynamics, as well as the way I was raised, where I grew up at. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I talk a little proper now, but y'all, I'm from the projects, okay? So a little college, and my mother, roughing me up a little bit, sent me off to college. But I had to unplug from these people that I idolized, and it was like, tell me, how did you get there? How can I get what you have? And I was basically forming my life to look like their life, and I felt so unhappy, and I didn't realize why I was so unhappy and why things just didn't feel right. I had to unplug. I had to cut those people off, because that connects to number one. There was a problem. I was still looking for approval and fulfillment from outside. I was looking for it from the social media influencers. I was looking for it in all the different Facebook groups. How to get the man to marry you in 90 days. How to, if you don't have a man that's praying to God on his knees and crying out to God, he not a real follower of Christ. I was believing all this stuff, y'all, and it literally took for me to unplug. So when I tell y'all that I had to step back and I had to back away from posting videos and pushing stuff out there, to be honest with y'all, I felt like stuff I wasn't putting out was genuine. And that's why it stopped, because it was like, where am I getting this stuff from? Is this coming from me, or is this coming from something that I read, something that was planted in my mind and forced me to believe that it was true? So I had to unplug. I had to stop posting so much just to post. Tense Tuesdays had to go away, because every Tuesday, it didn't feel genuine to just come and talk to y'all about anything if I really didn't have anything to say. So you gotta ask yourself. Some of these people, they always going live, try to sell y'all a dream and stuff like that. But I'm not hating on nobody's hustle. But if you don't have anything to say, why are you talking? So that was the number 2 thing, unplugging. I had to unfollow a lot of pages. I had to stop posting so much. I had to delete the Instagram app off my phone. Instagram has been deleted off my phone. I want to tell y'all, to be honest, for a few months now. And you probably, if you follow me at The Real Tarjay, you've probably seen me posting, but that all was done through an app. It was just to let people know, hey, I'm here. Like, don't think I'm under a rock. I'm still here, but I just need to mentally take this time to myself and unplug from everything that was forcing me to believe what others believe, and I had to figure out what Tarjay believed. All right, so number 1 is I acknowledged that there was a problem. Number 2 was that I had to unplug because I realized there was a problem. Number 3, I think I just said it. I had to find myself. I had to find myself. I had to find what was true for me, my truth, what felt right for me. And what that caused me to do, y'all, I'll be completely honest with y'all, because I love keeping it 100. I had to get back into counseling, especially with COVID going on. I had to get back into individual counseling and start talking to a therapist. No, I'm not on any medication. I don't need to be checked into an inpatient place. I think the biggest thing for African Americans or people of color is going into mental institutions to talk to people, outpatient services. Our families brought us up to make us feel like, oh, if you're going there, you're crazy, or you should only pray your troubles away and things like that. I was in counseling since 2014, and then I stopped, I want to say, in 2017. And I actually mentioned that in 3 Rings and a Promise. It was a long break. COVID hit. Things got crazy, y'all. I'm not going to lie to y'all. COVID had me paranoid. I didn't know what was going on. I saw all these conspiracy theories. I was like, God, what's going on? I was like, God, you about to end the world, and I ain't even get half of the stuff I want. I was being real selfish. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I was afraid. So I had to find myself. I had to find my true voice, and I wanted to make sure that what I'm presenting and what I'm putting out is the real Tarjay. What I called myself on Instagram at the real Tarjay. There were these moments in life. I used to have people pronouncing my name a different way, and doing this and doing that, making it seem like it's me, but it wasn't. And I feel like, honestly, in these past few years, I'm starting to really find Tarjay, who I am as a person, what I want, what I believe in. I don't necessarily have to go with the majority. Like, here's another thing. I don't like news media, y'all. Like, I think it's I think it's all created to stir up stress in our lives. I like to know what's going on, but I'm not watching the news every day. I'm just not, because I have a life to live. I can choose to be joyous, or I can choose to be stressed out. And I choose to be more joyous than stressed out. Life is going to bring everyday stress. So I had to unplug from COVID news. I'm telling y'all, unplugging is a big thing. And I had to find myself. And going back to therapy was a part of helping me find myself. And it feels so good, y'all. It's been, what, 8 months since I've been back in individual therapy, and I love my counselor, like I do. We went from every week, and now we're doing like every other week. And I highly encourage anyone that needs counseling services, or somebody telling you don't need it, just pray your troubles away. God answered your prayers. It's called therapists and counselors, okay? You should get you one. The number fourth thing that I had to do was number four. What I had to do was face unconscious and unknown fears. All right, now I know y'all are saying, like, what are these unconscious and unknown fears that she had? I talk about this season where I self-dated, right? And self-date was, have you ever, like, thought about going to a movie by yourself, or going to a restaurant by yourself? A lot of people never think about those things because it seems like it's something you're automatically supposed to do with somebody else. And I had to do it. I've been started doing that, but I had to do more of it. If I didn't go outside for that day, I had to, like, or get some face masks, get some stuff to do my nails and my toes, do some self-care day, not feeling like I need to be on Tinder, or I need to be on somebody's website trying to chat with somebody just to get attention. I had to give myself attention. And that was the unknown unconscious fear. It was that being the mindset of being alone frightened me. Like, being alone, especially with COVID going on. It was like, oh my God, like, God is just about to, like, end the world right now, and I'm about to end it alone, and nobody's ever going to, like, think about me. It was just so crazy, y'all. I had to face the unknown and unconscious fear. And I had to be real with myself about it. Like, this is a problem. Clearly, I think that there's something wrong with being by myself. And I had to tell myself, you know what? I've accomplished some really great things in these past few decades that I got to live on this earth. I won't tell y'all my age. I've accomplished some really great things. And honestly, if I don't get married, if I don't have children, if I never buy a house again, if I never, find the one, it was stuff like that I had to tell myself. I said, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be okay, because I make a good living. I make a decent, legal, good living. And I'm living in downtown Baltimore. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm living good. So it's like I had to be grateful for what I have right now and stop being fearful. There was this fear that if I don't get married, if I don't have the babies, if I don't get the house that I want, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be miserable. You see older people and you see them struggling out and about by themselves, and you say, like, oh, I don't want to be like that. And it's just like, no, if you take care of yourself, get yourself a good wellness coach, get yourself on some exercise, eat the right foods and things like that. Y'all, I lost some pounds, y'all. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. But you'll be fine. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Honestly, what will wear you out is stressing about that stuff and thinking about the what if. I had to learn that I need to enjoy Tarjay right now, who she is right now, the things that she's accomplished. I had to actually acknowledge that I accomplished some things because that is a huge importance to my life. And the fact that I wasn't acknowledging that was a problem. So all of these are connected to themselves. And last but not least, I had to live. I had to live. That's number 5. I had to step out on faith and I had to slam the door on fear. Okay? Because, like I said, I had to face unknown fears. I had to live. I had to step out on faith and I had to slam the door on my fears. And that is not an easy thing to do, but it was something that I meticulously woke up every day promising myself that I was going to do. I won't lie to y'all and say that negative anxiety, because all anxiety is not bad anxiety. I had to teach myself that as well. Some anxiety actually saves you. So we can be thankful to some degree when it comes to anxiety. But I had to live. I had to tell myself, I can't control my life. You know, that saying that they say, you want to make God laugh? Tell him how you want your life to go, right? I can't tell God how I want my life to go, because sometimes the things that we think we want and the activities and things we think we want to get into, when God actually sends it to us, when with the man we think we want, when God actually sends him to us, and you know where I'm going with this, it ain't what we want. Okay, so it's like God's timing is always the best timing, and it all just connects to each other. I had to acknowledge there was a problem. There was a problem. You know, I kept getting in these relationships, and it was like I was dating the same person over and over again, just a different face. But you know what I never asked myself? Was I the same person? Right? So if I'm dating the same person over and over again, that means that I'm still the same person from one relationship to the next relationship, because that person is attracting a particular character. So I had to change that character of mine. I had to acknowledge there are some things about me. When I get into arguments with a significant other, I don't always take it the right way. I don't always react the right way. I don't always let them say what they need to say. I stonewall. Stonewalling is when they're talking and you just block them out and you act like you check out of the whole conversation mentally. I'm really good at that. I used to walk out of the house, and I would leave the house and I would go to a hotel and I would be gone for days and I would avoid phone calls, and that's just not healthy. So I had to tell myself, I can't do this type of stuff. I can't keep running from confrontation. Where's this coming from? So then in counseling, I dug deep and I realized the fear of confrontation was coming from something when I was a child dealing with my parents. Right? So that's a conversation that I had to have with my parents. There's always a connection to something. So number 1, I had to acknowledge there was a problem. Number 2, I had to unplug because I was following everybody and their mama. I was paying for all these different life coaches, trying to get their life, trying to get my life to mimic theirs, because it was seeming like something was wrong with me. It was seeming like something was wrong with my life, where I felt cursed, or that I was being punished, that I didn't deserve, and something was just wrong with these men. No, it was me. I wasn't trusting my own voice. I wasn't finding self-fulfillment. I wasn't finding self-approval in myself. And that's what I needed all along. The third thing, I had to find myself. The fourth thing, I had to face unknown and unconscious fears. And then the fifth things, I had to live. I had to step out on faith and slam the door on fear. Okay? So those are 5 things that I wanted to share with y'all. Okay, I didn't go that long. All right, I'll take 20 minutes, but that's what I wanted to tell y'all. Hopefully, I get on here soon and do another video touching base off of this one. I just wanted to share that with y'all because I know that I'm not the only female who's been afraid to start dating again because so many relationships in the past just didn't go well. Or you just have a constant heartache or heartbreak, and you're just like, I don't even know what my heart is broken from. Maybe it's broken from all the previous people, or maybe it's just broken by one, or maybe you've broken your own heart and you don't even know. So I hope this helps somebody. I hope this blesses someone. Again, I'm Queen T. also known as Tarjay. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at @therealtarjay_. I'll leave the information below this video. And I told y'all that I'm a life coach, so if y'all want to talk more, feel free to hit me up so we can schedule some sessions. I'm giving free consultations to all first-time clients, and I do have a few openings, okay? So that's it. I hope y'all enjoy. Take care. Love y'all. Have a good night.